Potent Pondering back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. I hope y'all all doing well. Happy New Year, yo. Happy New Year. Listen, baby, I hope all your dreams come true. I hope all your dreams come true. Any and everything that you set out to, get done, anything that you've manifested, like put the action behind it, and I promise you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? So listen, please make sure that y'all check out. Listen, I got two bottles, and people are buying it up too. Listen, this is the Amlactin foot repair. Now, I'm a person, I work out 7 times a week, right? This Amlactin foot repair, it works wonders on your feet. For anybody who gets calluses, anybody who just like smooth feet, the Amlactin foot repair has lactic acid in it, so it gently exfoliates your feet. It makes it so much easier. Yo, I got a pedicure the other day. This made it like a breeze. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it makes it so much easier just to maintain, like, the maintenance on your feet. And this, listen, and I also use the Amlactin, for the body as well. So listen, get your hands on some of this. When I tell you that this right here is top tier, when you try this, you're gonna be mad that you didn't start sooner. For all of the people who work on their feet, who may get calluses, or people who just like to have their feet smooth and free of any buildup, get that Amlactin foot repair and comment down below. You know what I'm saying? The other day I posted that I sold about 3 bottles, not too much, but it'll pick up as long as I keep talking about it. So make sure that you get your hands on that. Also, this sweater, I got this from Old Navy. I believe they having like a holiday sale, so maybe I'll tag this below too. But this sweater, Old Navy, I love sweaters, I love cardigans, I love jackets, all of that. So Old Navy had a good sale yesterday. I went in there and racked up. I had like 3 gift cards I got for Christmas. So make sure that you check out the Amlactin. I'm gonna tag this sweater below also. So listen, let's get into it. So I'm here to talk about it. I want to talk about Cardi B, Stefon Diggs. Also, I want to bring up Nicki Minaj and this whole TS Madison thing. So make sure that you hype this video up, hype it up, and watch it to the end. First thing first, let's get into the obvious, everything that's going on with Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, and it kind of ties in together. So this is why I brought Stefon Diggs in. Well, Stefon has broken his silence in regards to the situation with the strangulation. And his damn baby mama, Cardi B, she's supposed to be the main girl. She running up here yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve, she's online arguing with a teenager. Not arguing, but she responded to a Nicki page, which ties Nicki in regards to a teenager who said some things that weren't favorable, towards her. So listen, let's get into what this girl had to say about Cardi B and why Cardi B quote tweeted her and posted some old DMs when this girl was like 11, 12 years old. Let's get into it.
About Nicki Minaj getting dragged on Twitter. I stand with Nicki Minaj. I don't give a fuck. I'll go toe to toe with any bitch that got anything to say about Nicki motherfucking Onika motherfucking Tanya motherfucking Raj. Any bitch that got beef with Nicki, bitch, you got beef with me. So yeah, I love Nicki Minaj. So yeah. Cardi B, bitch was talking all that rah about my bitch, my queen, Nicki Minaj, Onika Tanya Mirage. And I'm not, like, she didn't have a bottle of her coochie at the strip club right across from her school. Like, girl. Don't and remember, Nicki never had to strip to get the pole position. Nicki never had to strip to get the pole position. Y'all remember when Nicki said that in the line in her song? So I don't give a fuck. Any bitch that got beef with Nicki or Ice Spice, you come deal it with me. What's up? I don't give a fuck.
So that's crazy right there. So y'all remember Cardi B also had beef with Ice Spice. Remember Cardi got online talking. Well, we heard the video that leaked online with her manager and them got it. They took it off from copyright infringement or whatever. When she said, "I'm going in that mouth. I'm going in that mouth." Another slow slut. Listen, so Cardi, she did this on New Year's Eve. So she quote tweeted the person who posted this on Twitter, right? And so she said, "Oh," and then within it was some messages from a 12-year-old, 11-year-old at the time telling Cardi how she was her idol or whatever. And it's like, you posted that? This is New Year's Eve. You have 2 young children. You don't got no asses to wipe. You don't got no bibs to put on. You don't got no cribs to check. Your oldest, you got 2 older children. Beautiful kids. All, Cardi kids are beautiful. But it's like, you choose this to focus on in light of everything that's going on with Stefon Diggs. So Stefon, the other day he was accused of, charges were filed in regards to him strangling his chef because she wanted to be compensated, for her services. So All that went on, the news media went crazy with it, right? So Stefon Diggs, he comes out today and he makes a statement. He said, he said right now has been a very emotional time. And he promises to focus on football. Oh, no, no, no. Don't focus on football when you was running your ass around here in these damn fashion shows wearing Chanel pouches. Cardi dating, in my opinion, damn cross dressers. Like, what you trying to be? You trying to be a football player? You trying to be a bad bitch? Listen, so he said he promised to focus on football during these rough times, right? So I've been taken aback by some things that has been going on, Stefon said, but I want to say I'm very sorry. I wasn't available for a couple of days. It's a different type of time. I wonder why. Dealing with everything, it's definitely an open case, so I can't say anything about it. Yeah, regarding football, I'm going to continue to be the guy I've been, Diggs continued, trying to finish the season strong. It's a good team on the other side of the road, going with the right mindset. I'm going to keep the same mindset. No, address these allegations. You got your girl out there, allegedly. She's out there telling people it wasn't that serious and all of that, and they never hold Cardi B up to the bullshit. She online trying to argue with somebody with a teenager. Who cares if somebody went at you and said, "Lo, let me just tell you this," and this is not something new that I've stated. When it comes to Cardi B, she's very pressed. Like, imagine Nicki taking time, and now Nicki might quote tweet one of her fans and get at them for something that they saying that's wrong or whatever, but she's never gonna quote tweet a Cardi fan. Cardi is bored. You got other stuff that's going on. Like, address some of those. What she should have did is, remember when like people, we was chatting even about the album situation, she'd be like, not true, or oh, they gonna gag, they gonna this. Why you ain't say nothing in regards to this matter? And you online with this chatter? Go in the bathroom and sit down and release your bladder. Like, this don't add up. So address the situation with Stefon Diggs. You couldn't take that girl was just like, oh, Nicki never had the strip to get the pole position. She broke in, and she understand it at 18. Listen, you see how Nicki fans are smarter than like a lot of her fans. So that bar right there was crazy. I never had the strip to get the pole position. Hoes is dissing. Okay, these hoes is wishing. You're in no position to go for O's position. Yeah, that's crazy. She said, I ain't moving weight, but I'm in a dope position. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. Shout out to Nicki. But listen, we're going to move on because I want to transition into this whole T.S. Madison, Nicki Minaj fiasco, right? Now, T.S. Madison took days to address this situation that happened with Nicki, right? You know, when Nicki went on and chitter chatter with the damn Turner Point USA, I did my video the other day and was talking about it, and I just stated that I feel as though that this is Nicki's career. She has the right to address things and go on any platform that she wants to. Did I like it? No. But am I still going to support her? Yes, because you know, I feel like she's immensely talented, and I do believe that she has a rhyme and reason to what she does. Maybe I don't understand everything that she's doing, but who am I to micromanage and police her and tell her that she can't step on stage with Turner Point USA? All right. So T.S. Madison, what I personally believe, he couldn't listen. A lot of people can't wait to flip on you. They can't wait when they see something trending. They see the Zach Campbells, or they see that, you know, who else did videos on Nicki, Jesse Wu, or just any of the content creators who, you know, who got views and stuff like that, talking crazy, right? They see that and they like, in my opinion, they like, I need a piece of that, right? So, you know, T.S. Madison is somebody who's connected with Nicki, sat down with her, probably talked to her all offline and all of that, right? I would consider that as a working friendship. So he gets on his platform, and what I think that he promoted a place for that, his co-host, to also talk greasy about Nicki, talking about Lil' Kim, this, just saying, in my opinion, stuff that shouldn't have been coming from a platform where you're friends with an individual. Why you ain't try to reach out to her on the back end to try to get clarity of some things? And I honestly think when it comes to T.S. Madison and a lot of people, even a lot of content creators, a lot of people have an issue with comprehension and processing. You ever talk to somebody about something and it's just like they're not getting it? What I consider is like, it's a processing issue. Like a computer, when you send like a command, or, you know, ChatGPT or something, you send a command and it's just didn't get it. You got to reiterate it, or you got to break it down and a little, you know what I'm saying? You got to reiterate it. So that's what I personally think would happen. But what I didn't like was like the tone that T.S. Madison tried to come with. He said he was horrified. He was horrified by like Nicki being on that platform. I want to say this as a content creator, as it may pertain to an artist or whatever. You don't own these people. You don't own my views. You don't own my approach. You know, because when I did that video the other day, somebody got in my comments saying that they was very disappointed in me, how they've been following me since the beginning. Listen, I didn't condone Nicki's political views or stance or anything like that. I said that she had the right to do it, and I said the blowback that she gets, whether negative or positive, is on her, and she's gonna have to deal with it. I'm just a supporter. So that made you mad? What did you want me to do? You wanted me to drag her, didn't you? So that somebody could come out and say like, "Oh, you're not loyal. I always knew that you hated," or whatever. No. See, even when I hold Nicki accountable to certain things, like when I'm saying like she didn't need to respond to this person or she didn't need to hold these men down and she should have shut up, people still say that I'm negative or whatever. It's like, you can't listen. It is what it is, right? But I didn't like how T.S. Madison was just like, oh, she's horrified and that Nicki was even up there. You need to realize you don't own these people. I don't care how much of their songs you hit and their hits that you sing and all of that. She don't belong to you at all. And somebody coming from the type of bond that you built with this woman, speaking to her on and off record, y'all supposed to do business together. I know that you got the warm line to reach out to her. Maybe she deleted her Instagram and that was your source, and Nicki probably changed her number so many times. But it's just like, you should have approached the situation a little better. And then also he went into the DEI talk. That shit had people on edge this whole year. They're choosing not to support certain companies and vendors or whatever, right? Target was one of the main ones that people said they wasn't supporting no more. I still be up in Target. Listen, do what you do. And I'm gonna tell you this too, if you're a black person and you go to Target, you've seen other people up in there. And then it got to the point where some black people was just like, oh, I go there but I don't spend that much money. Is you going there or you not? You in there or you not? Like, I don't like the group think when it comes to things. Either you in there or you not. It's some people who don't go there. But when I went to Target for the holidays and was up in there, I seen many of us was up in there. So stop lying. Somebody lying. It's always like that. They yap online and they make it look a certain type of way, but they be in the bed like ooh, ooh, ooh. They be in a bed like real talk. So he talked about DEI and immigrants, right? Now, if a person like T.S. Madison, like comprehension processing issue, I feel like if you really understood DEI, black people benefit the least from DEI. Look up the statistics. See, when people talk, they don't really do the research. They're just saying what will hit their fans and get them like riled up, like, yeah, black. Anytime a person hears anything about black people and it's negative, they're going, depending on their mental bandwidth, they're either going to do the research or, if they do have the data, they're going to speak against it. But that's something that people like to do. They try to get people riled up, right? And then also you talk about the immigrants, right? And what they're trying to do for immigrants, right? Now, I didn't like how T.S. Madison did that and try to say that these people weren't Christian. Now, and Nicki being aligned with them, right? So you mean to tell me that immigrants deserve to be over in America legally, right? I think that you should come over here legally. So being that Republicans, they have a stance against immigration and they don't want people coming over here. And listen, you don't even realize how it can be dangerous for people traveling over here from Mexico or wherever they're coming from illegally. It's dangerous. That's very dangerous. But what you did was, I feel like your wordplay is very divisive in regards to this whole matter, because I feel like for somebody who's supposed to be Nicki's friend, you're trying to pit more people against her. That shit is not gangsta at all. And then you was just like, what's her personal plan, right? Like alluding to like, if she was trying to do this to get like her brother off or like her husband in regards to those matters. And it's like, if she did have a personal plan, like that just shows me right there that you're not really tapped in to really understand like what's going on. Like if Nicki was your friend and you had that type of bond or relationship, you don't see what the industry is doing to her. You haven't seen what she's been yapping about, but you're so happy that you're getting some sort of listen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know people's contract or anything like that, but I can imagine that you probably getting some pennies or some crumbs from Beyonce in regards to that cozy. I think that the affiliation that you were a part of that is bigger than what the monetary payout could be. That's what I personally feel, because all of the songwriters and people who work with Beyonce talked about how low she pays, right? Now you could be T.S. Madison, maybe she gave you a little more crumb, but the thing about it is, it's just like, I think it's the association to Beyonce which is making T.S. Madison overlook things that could be potentially, harming Nicki. And either you're going to be all in and support a person and hold them down and just not speak on certain things, like me, when it comes to Nicki, I support her. I don't fully support like, her being on that panel and, that thing that she said about like, black women and people shouldn't have to tone down whatever. I disagree with that. But the thing is, I still support her. I feel like there's so many other different people in the industry who have done worse things, and people don't penalize and demonize them, but they want us to just drop the support because these people been haters. And how T.S. Madison showed up towards Nicki Minaj, I'm telling you, that's not a person who's a friend. That's not a friend. But it's crazy because be happy when people reveal themselves like that, because you know Nicki will not respond to him ever, to her ever, right? And want to misgender, because you know how people get with that. She will not respond to T.S. Madison ever because you've drawn you drew the line. Like you showed explicitly how you're showing up, right? What's her personal plan? And what I didn't like, right, was again a comprehension issue as far as like the understanding when Nicki was up there, when she was just like, you know, in regards to Gavin Newsom, let boys be boys, right? And she was in Nicki's approach with letting boys be boys is to let people, you know, grow, form into adults, and be able to make rational decisions later in life, not trying to change the identity of a child, of a boy or a girl. And T.S. Madison didn't seem to really understand that. Like, you know, I didn't even watch all of her clip, but when I seen it earlier, that right there, I pointed out immediately, like I made a mental note of that. I said, this is a processing issue. So many different people got processing issues. I guarantee you they perform poorly on jobs. They probably didn't get it. They don't understand. They didn't understand their role. They didn't understand, like, you know, workflows and, you know, things like that. A lot of people just, they suffer. So T.S. Madison was just like, this is what he said. What she said, right? I'm sorry for saying that. I'm not intentionally doing it. This is what T.S. Madison said. If you don't fuck with me, fuck you. That's what T.S. Madison said about Nicki Minaj. If you don't F with me, F you. Right? This is somebody who you sat down with, been to her Queen radio show or anything. You couldn't give her grace, but you didn't want to do that because you see everything that's going on with the Zach Campbell, with the Jesse Wu, and the people talking down on her, and you just like, oh, let me get it on my platform and talk crazy about Nicki too. That's what you did. Trust me, I'm driving this road eyes open. I see exactly what's going on. And it's a little saddening that a person like that who had such close proximity to Nicki wouldn't even give her, you know, grace to even speak to her or wait or whatever. What is it? Because you can't reach it right now? It got to be something in regards to that, right? So yeah, you facilitated, you promoted a place for that guy to talk crazy about Nicki, talking about Lil' Kim this, Lil' Kim that. Listen, a lot of the Lil' Kim fans is mad right now because they mad. You want to know why they mad? Because Nicki took her spot. Nicki surpassed most of the female rappers by album 1 with just her making her mark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Her whole wave. Nicki coming up underground was hotter than a lot of chicks when they dropped their album. Let's talk about that. Mixtape Nicki, the buzz behind her was hotter than a lot of the girls' album drops. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, and I'm telling you this from an 80s baby or early 80s baby perception, a lot of people who grew up, and I feel like I'm one of these people, you know, I grow with the times and I see new people. I'm just like, I like that. Ooh, I don't like that or whatever, right? When I seen Nicki coming up at first, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, right? Then I seen like her progression. I seen like, you know, when she transitioned from writing mixtape songs to main songs, I said, oh, so she's gonna last, right? At first I was questioning because I was like, people do mixtapes up all the time. They could rhyme, they could spit, but how is she gonna hold up when it's time to write these songs? And she held up, right? She lasts and she's sustained a career. Good for her, right? But the thing about it is that a lot of these people who grew up from my era, they grew up with the Foxy and the Kim, the Eve, and all of them. It's like they got so mad when they seen Nicki come through and they seen that how relevant she's been over the years. So if Nicki dropped in 2007, 2017, we about to be 20 years of Nicki mainstream. We literally about to be 20 years. And let's count the mixtape. You know, let's count that as far as like when she entered, when we start knowing about her, 2007. 2006, 2007 from MySpace, we've been knowing about her. She's been killing it. And a lot of these older people who always quick to bring Nicki Minaj in, then they want to talk about the feuds that she had with Cardi B, but they don't never want to talk about how toxic Cardi B is, threatening Ice Spice, talking crazy to a damn teenager online. Cardi has a lot of toxic, negative traits, but she, you know what it is with her approach and, you know, her coming from the strip club and coming from nothing, basically, right? People feel like they can relate to that so much more. And Nicki has always been esteemed. She's always been like, you know, a bad bitch, and like kind of like had that kind of hood bougie like type of approach where like, you know, she's good. Some people like that, but a lot of people get turned off by it, and they want the hood bitch that, you know, they can relate to. That's just my own opinion in regards to the matter. But I found T.S. Madison's take to be very distasteful, especially trying to, you know, do that whole trans talk and try to say, if you don't like me, then fuck you. Wow. You know, individuals like that make me not trust nobody in regards to like building bonds or building friendships. They just, you know, can't be trusted. This is somebody who you knew, you've spoken to on and off the record. She's called you. You've been on Queen Radio. Wow. But don't be shocked, because, you know, these people want clicks and views. They want it to be like, oh, Maddie went in, or no, they kept it real on Nicki. Now you just burnt that bridge. You burnt that bridge. But who am I to say that, you know, you and Nicki will never get it right? But if I was her, I definitely wouldn't trust you. Listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. Let me wrap this up because I need to get going and get to the gym. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Thumbs up the video. Please make sure that you get your hands on this amlactin foot cream. I promise you, it is the best. It has the lactic acid in it. It gently exfoliates the bottom of your feet. It keeps the bottom of your feet smooth. It gets it ready so that, like, you know what I'm saying, by the time you go and get your pedicure, all of that, it's good, it's easy, smooth feet, you know, no pain. For all of my nurses, for all of my people who work out, who on the move, you know what I'm saying, like, you need this in your life. You do. I'm so mad that I did not find out about this product earlier. You need this product in your life. Put it on the bottom of your feet at nighttime. You can put that on the bottom, put that on the bottom, put the Vaseline on the top, like, so you don't overuse it. Because you see, I got 2 bottles. I made sure that, listen, I got 4 bottles of this. I got 4 bottles because once I found out, like, and I got it in hand, I said, oh, I need more. You know what I'm saying? So I put an order in for Amazon, so that one should be coming soon. Because I got to keep, when I find something that work good, I need to keep it on deck. So that link will be posted below in the video. Make sure that you get your hands on that. Also, if you like this sweater and you want to do it a little better, make sure that you check the link out also for Old Navy. Potent, pondering, never pandering. I really want your comments below. Make sure that you hype this video up as well. You can see in the comments, you're going to swipe it over. Hype the video up. Let me know what you thought about T.S. Madison, just even, you know, talking about Nicki at all. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you thought about the situation with Cardi B going on, saying something to that girl, to a Barbz. She went to a Barbz page. How you see that? That was a new post. That post didn't even have 100 likes on it. She quote tweeted it. You know what I'm saying? Cardi is super pressed. It's New Year's Eve. She got 2 young babies. You ain't got no asses to wipe, no bibs to check, no cribs to look in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Y'all should be cleaning up the house, getting it ready for January 1st. But you online scrolling, trying to see what people saying about you and Stefon Diggs. Like, shit is nutty. It's nutty. Listen, I wish you a happy and amazing New Year. I want you to try and focus to break through and to succeed in any goals that you set out to accomplish, and just keep moving. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, my brother, my sister. Listen, potent pondering. I'm up out of here. Peace.